Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Coffee and Chat with Suzie Q. We don't have anybody in the room just yet, so we're going to kind of give it a few minutes and see who joins us today. I do have a couple of things that I want to tell you all about. Getting out my pad of paper here so that I can write down your suggestions and all of that good stuff. I have been very busy. I don't know where the month of July went, but it is gone. And August is halfway through. And I'm just like, wow, all this stuff is going on. So we're going to give everybody a few minutes to come in. They may not be ready. So I do have my favorite beverage, which is a Scooter's iced turtle. My grandson and his girlfriend are in this week. So that was a surprise for us. That was a wonderful, wonderful surprise. Um, Dorothy and I returned on Saturday last week from our um, Blue Star Mothers of America convention. We had a great time, fabulous time. Um, Met a lot of new people, made a lot of new friends, hoping to stay in contact with a lot of them. So we are busy now trying to catch up with a lot of things. I did my Thursday live last night and made a couple of really simple and different cards that you can use for different occasions. Here is the new mini catalog. I can't show you what's inside, but here's the cover. I will tell you that I have ordered the catalogs because I failed to have them send out to all of my customers prior to July 31st. I was getting ready to leave that weekend and it just completely skipped my mind that I needed to put that in. So I've expedited the shipping so that I can get those to you all at the card class on Friday, the 18th, and then send out those that are distance from me. So hopefully we'll have some people popping in on here. I know that it's getting close to school time and kids will be going back to school. So this is like our last hurrah before that time. I know that I am going to be gone next Tuesday through Thursday to a B&B in Arrow Rock, Missouri, which if you're not from Missouri, Arrow Rock is a historical site. So they have unique little shops and a unique restaurant that's called the Tavern that's been around for years and years and years and years. Just Google Arrow Rock, Missouri, and you can see all the different things that you can do there. So it makes a nice little getaway. So we are taking Audrey on her vacation to a B&B, which is kind of new to us. We've never stayed at one. So I'm getting to check off some things on my bucket list. So we will give it some more time here. I don't know where everybody's going to be from, but I hope that your weather is nice. We've had lots of rain in the last couple of weeks here in Missouri, which we desperately needed. However, it has made the grass grow, and so now we have to make time to mow the grass, which I enjoy doing because then I can get out and just listen to my music and spend some my alone time with me. Um, yes, my husband is out of town this weekend. He went to Indiana for a Trail Life convention. So he decided to call me this morning at 6 o'clock, one of the days I could sleep in, and he calls me to see how I was doing. And I'm like, you called me at 6 o'clock for what reason? So so we talked a little while because we didn't make connections yesterday when he left, and he will be home sometime Sunday morning probably. So we have lots going on this weekend where Um, Noah's girlfriend, Julia, will be flying back to California tomorrow. And then Noah's going to be driving back. He'll leave Monday and drive back to California. So it's exciting. So we're planning our last few days with him, what we're going to do. Let's see. We will give everybody just a little bit of time. So far, no one has popped on, which is fine because I know everybody is busy right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you and talk to you about some things that are happening in Stampin' Up! World. Right now, for the month of August, all of our kits are on sale for 30% off. So if you enjoy the kits, now's the time to pick up a couple, or you could even give some as a gift to somebody that maybe isn't quite so sure what card making is all about. So these kits are relatively inexpensive, and it includes everything that you need to put together some cards. Before I left, I did order some new product from the annual catalog, and one of those I want to show you is the, and if they don't all fall off of here as I'm going to hold it up, because it makes it so hard, but I might go ahead and let me flip my camera. So give me just a second. I'm going to give you a black screen for a minute while I flip my camera down, and then you can see what I'm talking about as far as the product that I want to show you and talk about. Let's see how this works out. Yes, so now you can see my desktop and my computer. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. I just want to be able to read comments if anybody joins us. So here is the set of nested essential dies, and you have so many different ones to choose from. They layer, they make frames. Here's some examples of some that I made yesterday. So there's a white frame that you can put another piece inside of, or you can cut two of the same size and cut the frame out using the large and the second to the largest. Here's one of the flags, the largest flag die here, and then here's a smaller white one, so you can layer that like so and put that on a card front. So this is a real versatile set of dies. It is a standalone die set, and you might miss it in the back of the catalog that is in the annual catalog. And let me get you the page number for that. That is on page, let's see, my dies. The essential dies are on page 165, and they are $34 for all of those dies, which is a pretty good price since you can get several ones and do so many different things with them. Oh, my assistant just called me, but she's just gonna have to wait. She is picking up Audrey. So that is, she will be with us, and she starts her vacation with us today. So that's good. One of another new stamp set that I ordered was Courage and Faith. I'm gonna move this down just a bit. There we go. Sorry for the glare. I used this stamp set last night on my Thursday cards. You can use these for just about anything. They're encouragement. And then they also have these sprigs, and they go opposite. So you can put those around these long greetings. So that's kind of cool. So that I like that stamp set. We also got the online exclusive that is Trucking Along. So you can buy this as a bundle. So this is the stamp set. So it has different greetings. You can put a palm tree, birthday presents, pots, trees, Christmas tree. There's a little fence here that you can make a scene with. And then you have the truck punch that you can make the truck a 3D. So I haven't played with that one yet. That one, we got this order in after we left for convention. And so it was like, oh dear, we don't have time to play with it. Hello, Dorothy. I'm so glad that you joined us. So that is that. I have made the decision for my October Christmas card class. There are some really nice sets in the new mini catalog that's coming out that you can begin ordering from September through December. And there are some really fabulous sets in here. However, I wanted a set that was kind of a versatile set that wasn't necessarily a cutesy Christmas set, and one that we could design several cards with and use several different ways. So after consideration and looking through the mini catalog, I made the decision to use the horse and sleigh bundle or suite. So you will get, these are the dies that cut out. Let me grab the paper real quick. The paper is just so pretty, and it can be used with or without. What does versatile mean? Oh my, maybe this is Audrey who's watching because she's on her mama's phone. Versatile, my dear, means that it can be used for many, many different things. And I've already made a couple of cards out of this, just kind of playing around with it. But you do get a 6x6 pack of paper, and there are 48 sheets. So you have, I'll show you one side, and then we'll flip it over. So here is one side. So it's kind of brown. Then we have this side here. Oops, there's my little bunny rabbit that I stamped and cut out. We have some green. We have this scenery paper here. So that's going to be really cute to work with and make some Christmas cards. Here's some blue and white stripe. We have another kind of green, and it's got some yellow in it. I mixed all these up the other day, and now I have to straighten them out. Here's some that are just some Christmas trees done in the neutral tones. Here's a really pretty scene that has a fence line and snow. Here's a red. And we have this one, and I can see this one being used with either the sleigh or the bunny, add some extra trees to it, but you could also use that with the trucking along set. And then you have this piece here is a kind of a green diamond shape. You can't really see it too well on camera. And then this piece here that has trees in the fence. It's another piece of red. And we'll go back and show you the rest of it. I love this one. It's kind of like a house out in the middle of the woods. So soft. We've got that piece and that piece. That piece. Here's another small red print. Like I said, I mixed these all up the other day. And then here's a neutral plain background. Shows that one. Here's a real light colored wood. Hi, Karen. So glad that you could join us today. You'll have to go back and kind of start watching from the beginning. Yes, Dorothy, I will flip it over. That's a green. I've already showed you that red. And here's another red background. And then our brown. So I've got those. Now let me flip it over so that you can see what the back side is like. So here's the back side of the brown. And then you have this one here, which is the back side of the blue. Here's your little rain or a little deer in the woods, and that's on the back of the green. There's our light colored, and then we have this pretty scene on the back. So there are so many things, and I've got so many ideas to use. I love this one. It's kind of looking down from above. I guess it's this way. And then that's on the blue and white striped. But that's really cool. And I showed you that. That's on the back of the green. This one here. There's another fence. And this piece here. So there's so many different things that you can do with this paper. You can have the paper stand alone. There's a scene there. Kind of got myself confused. Here's a scene with the tree. There's a house. Here's another scene that's got a house with smoke rolling up. And then we're back to the beginning. So we're going to do our Christmas cards using this pack of paper. Well, this whole suite. It also comes with some Christmas snowflakes. I'm not sure where I stuck those at, ladies, but they do come in the suite with some gold snowflakes, adhesive snowflakes. So I can't put my finger on it right now. But anyway, you'll get the whole suite of products plus making 5 cards. And then you will get the stamp set and the die set for one price. We'll make 5 cards, and then we'll make an extra card as a make and take or a special 3D project. You'll hear my dogs barking because Dorothy is home. So I am working on the cost of this kit. It will be an all-exclusive class where you will use the entire suite of product and then have plenty of paper left home. I was reading comments. Left over for making more cards. So let me flip my camera back around. Always takes a little while for me to get things situated back in to doing things. Okay, there we go. I am back. So, all right. So, Karen, since you are the only one on this morning so far, besides Dorothy and Audrey.
Dorothy did not do any of the typing, so Dorothy didn't lick the paper.
I meant I like the house paper, not I
yes.
lick it. Maybe I was home.
I'm glad that you're excited, Karen, because I'm excited about it. I am hoping that this weekend I get a chance to at least start designing some of the cards, so that I can kind of know what the cost breakdown is going to be. So I really do like working with an all-exclusive suite where you get all the stuff that you need to make several types of cards, and then you just add cardstock to it. So like I said, I'm hoping to have registration open, and I'm going to limit my registration to 10 people. So the first 10 people that register will be our attendees, because it is a suite of products and then all of that good stuff. So I'm trying to figure out the cost, because last time I really went in the hole with my cost. The problem is that we're going to run into is the suite right now is out of stock, but it is coming back in stock on the 21st of August. So I want to be able to order all of the suites that we need so that everybody has their products in time for the class on October 13th. So Karen, is there any particular technique or a card idea that you would like to see demonstrated? I don't know where everybody else is at. Now, Dorothy is taking my turtle iced coffee. Your brother gave it.
Yeah, we if I would have known, we would have stopped.
Well, he was supposed to call you.
Well, he didn't.
He didn't. Well, I'm sorry. So
I meant I like the house paper.
that's okay.
The
We
snowy
all
house
get it.
paper.
We all get it. So
I even said
I would like to do a cameo of online. I want to show off my grandchildren. So would you go get your brother and Julia and you so that you can come on and be on camera with me?
I think I should just be on camera.
Audrey thinks she should just be on camera. So
Go get your brother.
go get your brother and Julia, please. So Karen, are the kids gone back to school or are you still babysitting for the summer? I know I will be excited when school starts for Audrey.
Not me.
You're not excited?
No. Because that means I have to be like,
Just to be an adult.
I have to get up at a certain time.
Oh, well.
I have to do stuff a certain way.
Okay, so here is my Marine grandson. You gotta look in this camera.
Hello.
So here is Noah. And come on in here, Julia. This is his lovely girlfriend, Julia. And now, as she says, my favorite granddaughter, here is my Audrey. You gotta look down in the camera. So there is Audrey. We have not been all together since Christmas. So they're not coming home for Christmas this year. It's breaking my heart, but we will survive.
I have time to convince them that they need to come home for Christmas.
Okay. So making cards from one piece of 12 by 12 paper. All right. So several things that you can do, Karen. Out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you can get 6 card layers. So, Audrey, grab me a piece of 12 by 12 paper from up here. It doesn't matter what 12 by 12 it is.
It is 12 by 12.
Huh? Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's discontinued, but it's okay for what I'm going to show.
It has cows.
It has cows. Yes, it does. All right. So here's the 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Let me turn my camera down so that I can show you actually, Karen, how to do this. So hold on a second. Just have to get this positioned again. All right, so you have a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and what I usually do is, depending on the direction of the cards that I want to do, and so like this is the back piece of that. So I will probably work with this and make some Christmas cards out of this. This is the discontinued farm paper that we had earlier this spring. But so that I can use the animals if I want to, they're directional. So I can make my card landscape or portrait. So if I wanted to do a portrait, I would cut my paper at 6. So it's going to be at 6 by 12. Then, I'm sorry, I'm going to actually do this landscape. 6 by 12. And then I'm going to start cutting them at, you can do it at 6 by 6 and you would get 4 pieces out of it. Or you can cut it down to, instead of cutting it at 6, you would cut it at 5 1/4. Does that make sense? So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4, which is going to leave me a 1/2 inch of a strip of paper. Then I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. And you can get 3 card fronts you can get 6 card fronts from 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Okay, so I can use, this piece can go portrait or landscape. This would be for landscape. All right, then you would do the same thing with your other piece of 12 by 12 or 6 by 12. You would cut it off at 5 1/4 and do the same thing, 5 1/4 by 4. There's also another way that you can cut your 12 by 12 paper, and that is by using a one sheet wonder. And if you go out to Pinterest and you type in one sheet wonder, you will find all kinds of different ways that you can cut a piece of 12 by 12 or 6 by 6 paper to make different cards out of one sheet. So it's very, you can use, let me see here. So for instance, for a 6 by 6 one sheet wonder, we'll use this polka dot side, okay? A lot of times what they will do is, let me pull up one here real quick, and I will give you a show too of what it is. 6 by 6 one sheet wonder. Okay, so a lot of times, so I just Googled it, and I see all these different layouts for a one sheet wonder. We're going to do a real simple one right here. So I know that this is a 6 by 6. The A piece is going to be 5 1/2. So 5 1/2 is going to be what we need to start with. So here is my 5 1/2. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do a 5 1/2 by 2. So this is 5 1/2. Now I'm going to cut this piece at 2 inches. So that is my one piece. Then the next piece is going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then 2 3/4. I'm going to cut 2 pieces at 2 3/4. But I'm going to cut one that is 5 1/2 by 1 1/4. So we're going to do 1 1/4 first. So there's my 1 1/4. And then I'm going to cut this 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So there's a 2 3/4. This is 2 3/4. So we're just going to cut this piece in half. So now I have 4 pieces of designer series paper that look like this. Okay, and now I can use all 4 of these on a different card. Let me get, real quick, a card base. And I know I have some folded here, or at least mocked up. Here is a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of white card base. So say I wanted to use this piece. And once you get these cut, you can use them however you want. So you could use it like this, and then put a die shape. What did I do with mine? Looking for, because I know I've got some here that are die cut out. And that's why I like to take all my dies and cut them out so that I can kind of look at them. Okay, now of course I wouldn't use these two colors together necessarily, but it gives you an idea. Okay, very simple, quick card, and you can dress it up however you want. You could also just flip it over and use the striped side and do the same thing. Okay, so that's one card that we could make. Then we have this piece, and we could do it where we could cut it down, or we could do it this way, and it would go alongside the bottom. And you could do something like that. Okay, then you have these pieces, and you could put one up in the corner and then take and layer the other piece or put them together, leaving yourself a little bit of a border around the paper. And you can use now I would not suggest these colors, okay, but this is just for an example. I could take my layer. I have my darling granddaughter over here playing with my magnets. So this is a card base. I think this is bigger than a 5 1/4 or 5 1/2. I think it is. Sure is. So we gotta at least get it cut down to the right size. Otherwise it doesn't look right. All right. So here's my 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. Here is my card base. All right. So this I took from a 12 by 12. Grant, you do not put these patterns together. I would not at all. But then I would do, because probably what I would do is my card mat would be a plain piece, like maybe the garden green or the shaded spruce. But then there you would have a different card. So you'd be using 2 of those, and then you would have these cards here. And don't forget about that little 1/2 inch that you cut off that you can use on the inside of your card. So go out and look at One Sheet Wonders, and you will find all kinds of great ideas to make using one sheet of paper and then cutting it down into the way they say it. So that's how you can use your 12 by 12, and there are 12 by 12 One Sheet Wonders as well as 6 by 6 One Sheet Wonders. And like I said, I have tons of them out there, and you just keep looking at different ones that you can get ideas from, and they do give you the measurements usually. Here's another, this looks like it's a 12 by 12 piece, so you get several cards out of that. So I hope that answers your question, Karen. Okay. Anything else, Karen, that you want to talk about today? I have to start taking tools away from Audrey. She's magnetizing everything. She loves to play in my room and magnetize things. Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't appear that anybody else is going to join us today. Maybe they will catch the live. She's going to wind up dropping a hole punch on her foot, and that will kind of hurt. So, all right. Don't forget that August is the month to redeem your bonus day coupons. So if you got any in the month of July for the $50 orders that you placed, you don't want to forget to redeem those before the end of August. Okay, it's $5, but it's $5 off of your order. So that would be a savings for you. So have you been busy making cards, Karen? I hope so. I have not made, I did all of the cards that I made for Blue Star Mothers that were patriotic cards. All of those were sold. So that made me really happy. That made me really start to thinking that I have to start working a lot earlier because I didn't have that many to sell. and I could have probably sold 50 more cards had I had time to make them. Okay, well, Karen, if you don't have any more questions, or if you don't have any more suggestions on different things that you want to make, you will be at class next Friday, I hope. So I've got that to design. I can't wait to design some of those. I'm going to use some new stamp sets, I think. You're behind on your paper pumpkins. Well, girl, let me tell you, I am so far behind on my paper pumpkins. I have to get busy with them. So I'm hoping that maybe Julia will come in and play in my studio today with us if she's not too busy with Noah. All right, well, I am going to sign off because I don't want to take a whole lot of time from you, because I want you to go craft. If you do craft, upload it to the Facebook page, and let us see what you've been creating, ladies. I'd love to see what everybody does. So I know it's going to take everybody a little while to get back into the groove of my schedule, because things have been so messed up for the last 2 months. I feel like I'm disorientated and just running in circles trying to get back into the normal swing of things. All right. Well, thank you very much, Karen, for joining us. I will see you next week. I'm looking forward to it. You can tell us about your vacations that you've had, because you've been on several, I think. And I will be able to let you know how our bed and breakfast went in Arrow Rock. All right. So thanks for joining me, everybody. We'll see you the next time, which should be on the 25th of August will be our next coffee and chat. Don't forget, kits are on sale now between now and the end of August for 30% off. And don't forget to redeem your bonus day coupons. Okay? All right. Bye, Karen. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. See y'all later.